afternoon, Roy Thomas from Sutton Group Professional Realty and HalifaxSeniorLiving.ca. I'm here with Lola Doucette from Waterfront Law, and today we're going to talk about property migration. Lola, let's start with the obvious question. What exactly is property migration?
So it's actually basically under the Land Registration Act, we are migrating the properties from the old system into the new system. So that's where the term migration comes from. It doesn't actually come from a statute. It's just a slang word, really. And it's basically doing one full final marketable title search of the property and then putting it into a new database. And it has to be done by a certified lawyer. So we identify who owns the property, what kind of benefits and burdens are on the property, and if there are any recorded interests against the property. So basically it's a snapshot of the property that someone can take a look at and feel confident that that is what is on the property. Is there an easement? Is there not an easement? That sort of thing.
So typically in the old days, before migration came in, when someone bought a property, a lawyer would do a title search and go back based on the owner, current owner, and previous owners for a period of usually, what, 40 or 50 years?
40 years plus a day for marketable title.
Okay, so now when the property is migrated, they only have to go back in the future from the whatever time that is to the date it was migrated? They don't have to go back past that?
So when you're looking at a migrated property, you basically look at the parcel register is what we call it. And I typically take a look at it. Each lawyer will do it in a different way, but we typically take a look at what's going on with that parcel register, make sure that those easements that are showing are accurate. But they don't, in the older days, the buyer had to do a full title search every time they bought. Now they don't have to do a full title search. They just have to review what's already there.
So it basically makes it easier for people in the future who are going to be buying this property.
Yes. And it will have to be done anyway.
Exactly. So for what reason does someone have to do a migration of their property?
So currently there are 3 triggers. One is transfer for value, and I'll speak about that in a second. There is refinance, so if you put a mortgage against your property, and if you subdivide into 2 or more lots, that will be another trigger. Transfer for value means that you've actually sold it. So if you were doing a deed transfer for estate purposes, so between spouses or family members, and if there's no money actually being transferred between people, you don't have to get your property migrated at that point.
Okay, but if it's typically sold to a stranger, then it has to be done before it can close.
Exactly.
Okay. I think that's most of the points we've covered on migration. One thing to note is that if you are going to be selling your house, it does have to be done before the property closes, so you can either contact Lola or another lawyer to do it now and get it done, or you can wait until an accepted offer comes in on your property and do it. Either situation is perfectly acceptable. How long does it take to migrate the average property?
So it really depends on the title of the property. You have to do a mapping. So basically the legal description has to be approved, and the government has said that they will review it within 3 days of it being submitted. That's not to say that it's actually going to be accepted. There are some parameters in which they have to comply. And then about a day or 2 for it to be actually migrated. But that doesn't include the title search or the review of the title search. So I usually say give about 2 weeks.
Okay, so that's if someone waits till the house is sold, that's lots of time to do it after you get an accepted offer on your property. It's a pretty simple process. If you haven't got your house migrated, or if you're not sure it is migrated, if you want, feel free to give me a call. I can check and tell you if your property's been migrated. But again, there's no need to worry about doing it until such time as you have an accepted offer on your house. If you want to talk to Lola about getting your property migrated, Lola, how can they reach you?
Well, they can call my office at 902-832-5126, or they can email me directly at lola.doucette@ns.simpatico.ca.
Perfect, thanks very much. If you happen to miss her contact information, we're also going to put it down below in the notes so you'll be able to see it there. And feel free to give her a shout. Lola's done hundreds of migrations, so she's probably thousands. She's familiar with the process and can answer any questions you have. Thanks very much for watching. Please don't forget to like the video and click the subscribe button so you'll be notified of all future videos. Again, thanks for watching. I'm Roy Thomas, and have a great day.